live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Hello there, good evening and a warm welcome to the National News broadcast, bringing you your top stories for tonight. I am Lakshita Virasinghe.
A very good evening indeed. I'm Sharifa Tahir. Let's take a look at the headlines.
General election of 2024 successfully ends, voting around 65%. The first election result is expected before midnight. Accurate results would be first and fast from the national television. The Prime Minister says that the promised change in the country would be possible through the mandate this time. Half of the justice could be achieved for the November heroes, the President says, addressing a hero commemoration. 2 explosions in a court premises in Brazil. Victory against New Zealand in one-day international cricket after 9 years.
Now, Sharifa, while the entire country is eagerly awaiting for the results of General Election 2024, we have the first official election result in this year's election, and that is the results of the postal votes of the Galle district. Accordingly, the Jatika Janabalavega, the National People's Power, has secured 32,296 votes. The Samag Janabalavega has secured 3,523 votes. The New Democratic Front has secured 1,964 votes. Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna has secured 1,846 votes, and the Sarvajana Bale has secured 607 votes. And this is the official result of the postal votes of the Galle district that is being displayed on the screen right now. We await more results of the General Election 2024 soon, and at the national television we are ready to bring it to you as and when we receive them.
Yes, Lakshita, so that was the first result, and voting commenced for the General Election 2024 today at 7 a.m. and concluded at 4 p.m. Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation is all set and ready to give you the very latest with regards to the general election. And definitely this is a very decisive moment for Sri Lanka, Lakshita, as we await the results from all the districts which will decide the 10th Parliament of Sri Lanka.
And to bring you more updates about the General Election 2024, we now take you to the main elections transmission of the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation to Studio 3, where we are joined by Natalia and Niket. Niket, Natalia, over to you.
Thank you, Lakshita and Sharifa. Yes, myself together with Niket, we are here to bring you the live updates of the live telecast of the Parliament election 2024 from Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, and we do have another postal vote result as we're going to give you the results of the Ratnapura district. As we can now witness, the National People's Power has secured 24,776 votes with a percentage of 79.4%, and the Samagi Janabalavega has scored 2,969 votes, which is a percentage of 9.51%. අපිට මේ වන විට ලැබී තිබෙනවා රත්නපුර දිස්ත්‍රික්කයේ නිල තැපැල් ඡන්ද ප්‍රතිඵලය. ජාතික ජනබලවේගය 24776ක් ප්‍රතිශතයක් වශයෙන් ගත් කළ 79.4ක්. ඒ වගේම සමගි ජනබලවේගය 2969ක් ප්‍රතිශතයක් විදිහට ගත්තාම 9.51ක්. නව ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදී පෙරමුණ 1528ක් ප්‍රතිශතයක් විදිහට ගත් කළ 104.9ක් විදිහට ඔවුන් මෙවර රත්නපුර දිස්ත්‍රික්කයේ නිල තැපැල් ඡන්ද ප්‍රතිඵලය අපි ඔබ වෙත ඒ ගෙනාවේ. So we are back with the live update from the Studio 3 of Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, as we're going to bring you the official results of the Parliamentary election 2024 from Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, as we have been doing it throughout the past decades when it comes to the presidential elections, to every other election that we have in Sri Lanka. So we're going to give you the updates, how the operation is being taken place, how is the preparation to stay with you throughout the night till tomorrow, or whether it takes another day or more. Still, we are going to give you the live updates first and fast from Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation. Okay?
Yes, Natalia. Now, since the elections closed at 4 p.m. today, the counting has been underway and we have started getting the results. Now, to give us a brief update about the general election 2024, we are joined by Mr. Samantha Jayasinghe, the Deputy Elections Commissioner.
Well, thank you very much for giving us a live update with regards to what's going to happen throughout the day, because Rupavahini is definitely prepared to give you the very latest in terms of the general election 2024.
On that note, the general election of 2024, or rather the voting of the 2024 general election, ended in a peaceful manner today. Voting took place at 13,421 polling centres across the country, with over 170.14 million voters being eligible to vote in this year's election.
The highest number of voters are in the Gampaha district, and voting took place at 1,212 polling centres. And we will be giving you the very latest with regards to all the districts. In the Colombo district, there were 1,204 polling centres, and the Kaluthara district, 735 polling centres. And once again, we are all set and ready to give you the very latest. So we do have another update coming your way. So we will be shifting back to Studio 3.
Yes, we just got an update from the Elections Commission. That's how the counting is being taken place right now, and we're going to give you the results as we receive it from Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation. Niket, and this time, as we're going to take you through how the preparation is here at the national television to give you all the updates live from right now, as we already had two districts giving the postal votes, the final result of the postal votes. So we're going to take you through all the updates, and we're going to have our chairman with us in a short moment, as we're going to talk about how it has been, how the leadership, how the staff, how the operations are being taken place here in the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, because you can see we are in our biggest studio at Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, where all these preparations, all these arrangements are for you. The technical staff is at my left side, and we have all our Rupavahini staff getting into this massive task, which has been our national responsibility for the last decades, as I told you. As we're going to invite our chairman of Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, the leadership, the current leadership of the corporation, to know what is and how is the preparation of the national television. Welcome, Dr. Sinesh Bandaradisanaike. So we would like to know how you see this preparation, because we are the national television. We've been doing it for the last every other election that we had for the last decades as the national television. How do you see this is the parliamentary elections preparation of the entire staff getting together here?
Yeah, since this general elections is a national event, I think Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, which is the national channel, is taking the responsibility of that. Since 1982, with the presidential election until now, for 42 years, Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation is doing a marvelous job in this, publicizing the any elections results in this way. This time, it's another opportunity for the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation to fulfill the national requirement by giving all the fullest and the fully fledged television coverage of the previous few weeks preparation, as well as the today's polling during the polling time, as well as after the polling and now. So I think I should give my thankful note to all the staff members, because all the equipment handled by the Sri Lankans, and not only that, all these creatives as well as all these new innovation of interfaces for the better understanding of today's data and stats are done by the Sri Lankans, which are representing engineering, IT, program production, news, engineering, administration, finance and all. So I think it's a big opportunity. It's a sleepless night in Colombo. So as Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation is going to be the quality television of the country, who are offering you the quality television news, quality current affairs programs, quality television drama, as well as quality programs. So we are inviting the quality television viewers to join with us to have this tonight, Sleepless with us.
Thank you, sir. And we would like to know what is the significance of this year's live telecast, the elections result telecast from Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation?
Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation is the channel who never had this time no complaints from the Elections Commission this time on the media criteria, and always we've been praised by them for giving the balance as well as the right information to the nation. So as following the same matter, we'll be giving you the fastest and the very right information, the results at the right time. This is our responsibility.
Thank you very much, sir. It is an honor to have you here tonight because it is a sleepless night. It has been sleepless night throughout the election periods when it comes to the national television. Thank you so much. We are honored to have you here tonight with us. The entire staff is here, as I told you. Niket, it has been a national responsibility. But this time it seems that compared to the presidential election, the total number of people, the Sri Lankans who have casted their votes has been less. It has reduced a little, it seems, this time.
Yes, Natalia. Now, when we compare with the presidential election, although the majority of those who can cast their votes have casted their vote, there has been a slight decline in most of the districts. Now, stay tuned with Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation as we will continue to bring you the newest updates, accurate and as they arrive. And now we'll hand it back to Studio 2, where Sharifa and Lakshita will continue with the rest of the news program.
Thank you very much, Niket and Natalia, for giving us an update with regards to the preparations Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation has done for you to give you accurate results as and when we receive them with the latest updates. Voting for the 2024 general election ended very peacefully today. Voting took place at 13,421 polling centres island-wide, and over 17 million voters were qualified for voting this time. The highest number of voters are from the Gampa district, and voting took place at 1,212 polling centres. In the Colombo district, there were 1,204 polling centres. And from the Kaluthara district, 735 polling centres. And from the Kandy district, voting commenced from 7 a.m. at 890 centres. And from the Mathalaya district, we had 330 polling centres. And from the Nuwara district, there were 534 centres, 605,292 eligible voters. And from the Mathura districts, polls took place in 526 polling centres. And from the Galle district, voters cast their votes at 715 centres. Moving on to the Hambantota district, they had 416 polling centres. And from the Jaffna district, 619 polling centres. And voting took place peacefully even in the Wani district at 387 polling centres. From the Batikla district, 442 voting centres. Voting took place very peacefully there as well. Voters in the Digamadulla district cast their vote at 528 centres. In the Trincomalee district, which has the least number of voters, there were 318 polling centres. Kurunegala district had 977 polling centres. Puttalam district had 470 polling centres. And there were 636 polling centres in Anuradhapura district. And from the Polonnaruwa district, 292 polling centres. People in the Badula district voted at 530 centres. There were 383 polling centres in the Munaragala district. "700 polling centres were set up in the Ratnapura district. And 577 polling centres have been arranged for the voters in the Kagol district.
President Andrew Kumar Dissanayake cast his vote in the general election in the morning today at the voting centre at Abesingha Rama Viharaya, Panchakavatta. President Andrew Kumar Dissanayake said that the general election this time has been a crucial turning point in the country. He said that an extremely strong mandate is expected for the NPP and the party is hopeful in this respect. He also added that a new culture has been created in the politics of the country since the last presidential election. The president pointed out that the victory of the election has to be celebrated without engaging in violence against those from the other political parties and in a democratic and peaceful manner, and added that it should not be allowed to be failed in one election where it has been very successful earlier. He also said that the present election would be recorded in the history of the country as the most peaceful election, and this is a political achievement for the people of the country. He requested the people to maintain peace in the post-election period in order to make it a real political victory. The president said that they need a strong parliament in order to pass laws for the welfare of the people, so that anyone in this parliament would not be able to go against it. He also said that in order to pass laws which were expected by the public, a two-thirds majority has to be achieved during this election. He pointed out that previously the 18th Amendment was introduced by revoking the 17th Amendment using a two-thirds majority. He also pointed out that earlier the 19th Amendment was abolished and the 20th Amendment was brought in place of it. The president added that therefore the other political parties used the two-thirds majority in order to violate democratic rights of the people, but the present government needs the same for promulgating laws for the benefit of the people. The president added that people of the North also expected a change for a long time, but they did not have a camp in order to achieve this. He pointed out that people of the North realized after the last presidential election that a new political system is required in order to bring about change, and that is why they have reposed their trust in the NPP and rallied around the party. The president said that a traditional type of a rule is not required in this country, but the direction of the country has to be changed. He added that this could be achieved only by establishing a rule which can be accepted by people of both the North and the South. He also said that such a change now has been initiated by his party.
අවශ්‍ය වී තිබෙන්නේ මේ යන ගමන් මාවත වෙනස් කරන්න. ඒ වෙනස් කිරීමේ ප්‍රධානම හැරවුමක් බවට පත් වෙන්නේ උතුර දකුණ නැගෙනහිර සියලු ජනතාව පිළිගන්න පාලනයක් ගොඩනැගී. උතුරට එරෙහි දකුණේ දේශපාලනය, දකුණට එරෙහි උතුරේ දේශපාලනය. අපි ආරම්භ කරලා තිබෙනවා උතුරත් දකුණත් නැගෙනහිරත් එකතු කරන දේශපාලනය. ඒ නිසා මේ දේශපාලන ජයග්‍රහණය උතුරෙන් සුවිශේෂී ජයග්‍රහණයක් ලැබෙවි කියන දැඩි විශ්වාසයක් අපිට තිබෙනවා.
Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya participated in the voting today at the voting centre of Nukegoda Mirihana Samurdhi building. Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya said that the NPP will have to be victorious in Colombo district this time in order to form a strong government in the parliament, and that is the first aim of the party. She also pointed out that those who did not vote for them during the presidential election have started rallying around the party by now. The Premier also said that the method which has been followed by the President during the past 1.5 months has been felt by the people, and they have started believing in the government.
වැඩ කරපු විදිය ඒකත් එක්ක පොරොන්දු වෙච්ච වෙනස මිනිසුන්ට දැනෙන්න පටන් ගත්ත නිසා අපිට විශ්වාසයි පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේදී බහුතර බලයක් එනවා.
Former leader of the opposition Sajith Premadasa cast his vote at the voting centre of Vivekarama Vihare, Kotuwekoda, Rajagiriya. Former opposition leader Sajith Premadasa said that all of us will have to join hands in order to raise the country, which has been bankrupt, and requested the maximum contribution of everyone in order to take the country out of this mess. He added that he is suggesting that everyone should dedicate in this regard in a united manner. Former President Ranil Wickremesinghe was seen casting his vote today at the voting centre in the College House of the University of Colombo. Former President Ranil Wickremesinghe said that the executive of the government is anyway from the NPP, and added that it is difficult to predict the nature of the legislature at this juncture. Minister Vijitha Herath cast his vote at the voting centre of Bandaranaike Vidyalaya, Gampaha. Minister Vijitha Herath said that they have the belief that after the victory of the NPP, a strong country will be created. He pointed out that the parliament would start functioning on the 21st of this month, and it is expected to pass essential economic proposals. General Secretary of the Janata Vimukti Peramuna Tilvin Silva participated in voting at the voting centre of Swarnabimba Rama Vihare, Mullapetiya, Beruwala. General Secretary of the JVP Tilvin Silva said that the country has been able to conduct a general election where no violence has been reported post-election. He said that the party has the trust of the people to achieve the strength and the assistance required in order to carry forward the change which has been achieved so far. The national organizer of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna Namal Rajapaksa too cast his vote at DA Rajapaksa Vidyalaya Medamula. National organizer of the SLPP Namal Rajapaksa said that as a party the SLPP is now in a better position and added that the present general election would be the start of the victory of the party. He added that the present election can be described as the beginning of the politics of the new generation. He also said that a majority of members to the parliament would be elected representing the SLPP. Leader of the Sarvajana Balaya Party Dilip Jayawira voted today at the voting centre of Sri Chandrarama Vihare, Nugegoda. Leader of the Sarvajana Balaya Party Dilip Jayawira said that the party tried to present a successful program which will attract the appreciation of the people of the country during the entire election process. He added that a result in this respect is expected. Leader of the Janasita Peramuna Venerable Battaramulle Silaratana Thera cast his vote at the voting centre of Battapota Junior School, Battaramulle. The leader of the Janasita Peramuna Venerable Battaramulle Silaratana Thera said that he is thankful to the chairman of the Election Commission and the staff, including the Director General, for the assistance given to make the 2024 election a success. Leader of the Janaragala Sandhane Nuwan Bupage also participated in the voting process at the voting centre at Navagamu Sri Sumanitisa Junior School. Leader of the Janaragala Sandhane Nuwan Bupage said that the present election can be described as one where the old system is supposed to be gone and the start of a new system. He added that from the very beginning they wanted the old opposition which could not fulfill the aspiration of the people out and to create a new political party. He also added that it was also expected that the people could create a new opposition which will support modernity. Leader of the United Democratic Voice Party Ranjan Ramanayaka voted from St. Anne's Primary School, Dalukotua, Nigambo voting centre. Leader of the United Democratic Voice Party Ranjan Ramanayaka said that he received the highest number of preferential votes from the Gampa district and that the love of the people still remains. He said that the future cause is expected by this evening.
In the meantime, Asian Network for Free Elections, the International Election Observation Organization, today briefed the media after today's observation activities.
Okay, so I'm Briza Rosales, Mission Director of ANFREL. Yeah. Now, as of 4 p.m. today, so the number of polling stations we have visited is more than 200 plus. And it's not only in Colombo. So we are present in the 9 provinces and the 22 electoral districts. So for the election day, we are composed of 30 observers coming from 16 countries across Asia. So we started our mission last October 31. So it was actually a consolidation of the observations and findings that we have received since October 31. And for this election day, we are looking forward what will happen on the counting, especially that, we have prepared for this so much. And you also, all of the Sri Lankans, you have a little much time to prepare because the presidential elections just happened 1.5 months ago. So, there's a limited preparations for all of us. But we are looking forward that what will happen for this parliamentary elections, we are looking forward that it will be a betterment of the situation, the economy and the governance of the country of Sri Lanka. Probably comparing to the presidential elections, because we've seen and observed the presidential elections as well. So for these parliamentary elections, the whole day that we are observing, we observe that there are a low number of voters. So practically, we are seeing a low number of turnout also. So we are looking forward to see the final number and to know and study the reasons of the low voter turnout. Actually, observing inside, it's hard to assume right now the final numbers, but we saw a number of excess ballots. So it's something that we also need to examine why there's a lower turnout.
I'm Asya Trilvin. I'm the head of mission for ANFREL. We admire the kind of strength that the Sri Lankan people have shown in coming out and voting. So we are looking forward to the counting process. NFREL will be, our observers will be at the counting stations across the country, and we will be monitoring and releasing a statement.
Welcome back. We move on to more local stories. A special program on the occasion of the completion of the 50 days in office of President Anurukumara Dissanayake will be telecast at 10:15 p.m. today on all channels of national television. In the meantime, police media spokesman DIG Nihal Thalduwa says that this time's general election has been extremely peaceful. He made these observations at a media briefing held today. Police spokesman DIG Nihal Thalduwa said that 41 persons have been taken into custody so far for violating election laws today. He said that 2 candidates have also been arrested from Thalpiti and Vavuniya areas. He added that most of the arrests were due to illegal propaganda activities, and apart from the videography, tearing of ballot papers, distribution of money and assaults have also become reasons for the arrest. He pointed out that 54 counting centres have also been established and security has been provided for them. He also said that operational cubicles connecting all areas will be connected until the election results are declared, and all the activities could be coordinated according to the orders. He also said that post-election period will also be maintained in the same way, and any kind of processions would not be allowed. He also pointed out that people would not be allowed to gather around digital screens to view the election results in public places. The police media spokesman also said that 3 persons who were engaged in election duties have been reported dead due to sudden illness.
Voting of the general election took place throughout the island in a free and fair manner. Additional Commissioner of the Election Commission Sivasubramaniam Achyutan is now in Jaffna, and he gave more details on the vote counting process in the northern province as well as in other areas of the country.
From today morning 7 o'clock up to the 4 o'clock, the polling has concluded without any reported violence, and it was actually peaceful and free and fair election. Again, we experienced a very good election immediate after the presidential election. And compared to the presidential election polling percentage, the parliament election polling percentage is a little bit less. Actually, we are thinking it may be somewhere around 60% island-wide. And if you talk about Jaffna, Jaffna district, they have already received all the ballot boxes to the counting centers, and counting process has started and is going on. And also, if you are talking about the Vanni, also the same situation without any problem. All the Vanni ballot boxes reached the counting centers, and everywhere all the counting started in the Vanni too. And we are expecting we may release the first result around 10 o'clock in the night. And the same situation all over the island, all 22 electoral districts have started their counting process. They all are progressing without any issue. And also in this juncture, actually, we have to mention the important thing. During the polling duty, there were 3 officials, including the 1 police officer, has passed away, deceased. So Election Commission has really paid our respect to these officers, and also we are really concerned about their family. And also we are taking this opportunity to thank all the political parties and the independent groups and the candidates and their followers and the voters to coordinate with the Election Commission to have a peace and free and fair, respectful election.
Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation Kandy correspondent Nimal Piri says that the election and the post-election period in Kandy area has been peaceful.
Good evening, viewers of the national channel Rupavahini. I am currently in front of the main counting center in Polgolla Open University premises. The polls to elect 225 members to the Parliament of Sri Lanka have been conducted peacefully in the Kandy district. Approximately 62% of votes were cast today in 13 election divisions across 890 polling stations. However, compared to the presidential elections, voter turnout is lower in Kandy. As of now, the ballot boxes have been received at the 4 main counting centers. The counting of postal votes began around 5 p.m. today. According to the Chief Returning Officer, Mr. Chandana Tennakon, the first result is expected to be released before midnight. The remaining votes will be counted across 125 rooms in 4 main counting stations established at Polgolla University, Cooperative College, Model School and Vidyapita. in Polgolla. The police provided excellent security arrangements, ensuring the peaceful conduct of the polls without any incident of violations of the law. Around 1,800 officers from the police, the Special Task Force, supervised by Anuruddha Bandaranaike, Senior Superintendent of Police Kandy Division, were deployed under the guidance of Deputy Inspector General of Police Mahinda Disanayaka and Senior Deputy Inspector General of Police Lalit Patinayaka and other senior officers. The Chief Returning Officer, District Secretary of Kandy, ensured excellent infrastructure facilities at the polling stations and counting centers. The process was supported by 15,000 government officers, along with 65 Deputy Returning Officers in the Kandy district. Counting will be conducted by 4,500 government officers deployed in all counting stations. The overall conduct of the polls were peaceful, with no illegal possessions, gatherings or any other illicit activities. The overall climate conditions in Kandy had no impact on the polls. Wishing you a peaceful night watching the election results. I am Nimal Peris, Kandy correspondent.
Counting of votes in the general election has already commenced. At present, the national television has finalized all arrangements to air the official results confidently and correctly. As results are released, the special elections results telecast will also commence shortly. The national television started its election telecast at 6:50 a.m. today. We brought all voting activities of 22 districts from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. live from time to time. The national television could be able to telecast updated information with the help of district returning officers and the election office in Rajagiriya using live U and modern live telecast technology. The production staff, technical staff and the news division and the set department In the meantime, President Anurukumar Disanayake says that half of the justice could be achieved for the heroes who sacrificed their lives in the month of November.
He made these remarks at a ceremony held in Janata Vimukti Peramuna headquarters to mark the 35th Il Mahaviru commemoration. Tens of thousands of youth were brutally assassinated during the 1987-1989 insurgency period due to the savage curbing of youthful forces by the then government. The youth in that period had carried out a continuous struggle with the aim of building a conducive society. Since then, each year, Il Mahaviru Samarua is organized to pay respect to the youth heroes who sacrificed their lives for justice. President Anurukumar Disanayake said that founder of our party, Comrade Rohana Vijayveera, and other members of the Politburo and the Central Committee and many party supporters were assassinated at that time. He said that our aim of the party was the reason for banning our movement. He added that after the ban, we had two avenues to select. He said that one option was to give up and the other was to work for the mission under the ban. The president said that the significant contribution of the November heroes was a selection of very difficult avenue instead of giving up the movement and living a comfortable life. He said that because of their dedication, it has influenced us to work hard until the mission is achieved. He said that when considering a political march after 1994, we had faced many difficulties and suppression for a long period. He said that the decisive factor for our difficult journey is the victory marked on the 21st September this year. President Anurukumara Dissanayake further said that to achieve justice for our dead heroes, we must dedicate our lives unprecedented to win the ultimate target. He said that gaining the political power is not the end of our mission. He said that that is only a part of our long journey. He added that now the time has come to make our mission a reality. Therefore, we should all think of a new way. He said that we are tested within our movement and also within the society. The President said that when we take actions from now on, people's affection and confidence placed on us may wither away. He said that therefore we have to adjust ourselves to the new situation occurred in the country. He further said that half of the justice we have achieved on behalf of our heroes, the other half is the most difficult task, that is to maintain the political power we have gained in the most conducive manner in the coming years.
අන්නේ බරෙන් අඩක් අපි අවසන් කළා. ඒ නිසා දැන් තියෙන්නේ ඔවුන්ට සාධාරණත්වයේ යුක්තිය වෙනුවෙන් වර්ම භාගය තාමත් හොඳින් අපි බලය හැසිරවීම.
General Secretary of the Janata Vimukti Peramuna, Tilvin Silva, said that we all have voluntarily accepted the responsibility of writing the country's history anew. He said that the old society, which is based on aristocracy, should be changed to build up a new society. He added that our genuine history has been distorted not only by the conventional ruling class but also by the traitors who betray the supreme mission of our movement. He said that the traitor groups, sometimes as single individuals and as groups or as a collective force, are distorting our noble mission. He said we all know that our beloved heroes had struggled to achieve a common social goal. He said that they had made their supreme sacrifice to meet that end. He said that therefore we must commemorate them with a commitment to instill their fighting spirit within ourselves. He further said that a political movement or a leader do not get an opportunity twice. He said that therefore we have to identify the need of the society in this juncture and be active to achieve our mission of social justice.
And with that, we wrap up tonight's news bulletin. We invite you to stay tuned with the national television to be updated on the latest results of the general election 2024. Good night.
Good night.